Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're looking at the Road Toad BRV. So, the Battle Recovery Vehicle. This was a very simple playset in a lot of regards. It's just a trailer with a gun, and it was actually meant to be just, like it says, a battle recovery vehicle. Um, this was first released back in 1987. It was also sold in 1988, and unfortunately, it was domestically discontinued in 1989. So, coming from Yojo.com, and because there's so many ads on there, I've been kind of pasting it here. So, um, we have all the different various parts that we have on the Road Toad and the wonderful schematics. They really did not have a lot here because there's not a lot for the vehicle. We have the regular wheels there for supporting whatever vehicle you have attached to this. We have a front set of wheels so that way it could potentially drive itself, although it's not really meant to. Um, and the other thing is it's also got its cannon as well as its tow rope. So um, and going through everything, we have the Punisher 20 millimeter dual recoilless cannons. We have the Buzz SSM 94 wire guided micro missiles, which I did miss. I did not add those on here. This is really the setup I think that on a lot of the vehicles where they have just missiles or something like that, I think this would actually make a lot of sense. Instead of maybe having the 25 millimeter recoilless cannon, even if it's 50 millimeter or 50 millimeter, 50 caliber cannons or something to that, like whether with the laser cannons, the light repeating uh, blaster cannon or whatever. I think that would be a very good equivalent. So that way we have both a long and short range. So I do apologize. I did not add those missiles on initially. We'll have to make sure that I get those put on here. So we do have um, dual support front tires, stump puller, uh, 250 uh, looks like horsepower winch motor, flex proof reinforced steel core winch, smooth roll off road trailer tires, universal towing hitch, pivoting gun housing slash ammo storage, Canon heat emission vent, vehicle access hatch, wheeled vehicle transport locators, and rearward personnel platform. So we do have a platform on here. This actually does have a spot for a character to man the cannons as well as potentially maybe even drive the vehicle if you want to think of it that way. Although I don't think it really has an engine on here. It always struck me as interesting having the tires on the front where normally it's just a peg. But there again, if we're talking about trying to recover heavier vehicles to work on them, lift them up so you can get underneath them, it does somewhat make more sense as an adult. Having a trailer kind of sink into the ground once, I've run into that, especially when you get like I said, a heavier vehicle on the back here. So there are no variations of the road toad that are known to exist. So with that, that's really all we get from Yojo.com. So okay, so when we look at the road toad here for our GI Joe slash Star Wars universe here, we do have the road toad at speeder scale. It is actually, I think I kind of goof up here. I have it at. Um, I think I kind of have a couple things messed up here as I'm looking at it. All right, so we need to have this a little bit longer. I have it at roughly 10 feet. Let's get this at um, about 5 meters. I think that takes us 16 feet, thereabout, roughly ish. Uh, Cargo capacity. I really don't know what to say for the cargo because we're going to carry a small vehicle here. Um, let's go with maybe about 20 metric tons. It is a towed vehicle, has a body strength of 2D. Let's see. It is, yeah, we have it as towed. Dual laser cannons for our cannons. Now remember, this is supposed to be the equivalent of 20 millimeter recoilless cannon. So that being what it is, we'll just have to um, look at it in that regard. It is a field of arc, is a turret, and I kind of goofed that up when I was kind of, because I'll take this as a another vehicle, and then I will start changing things as I go down. And I wasn't thinking about this earlier when I was tired. Um, so here we are. We have it on the turret. It is at speed or scale. Firing is a plus 2D. I'm thinking that we're going to have some sort of targeting computer there. Um, Range, I think, is decent. And it does 6D for damage. We also have two missiles, which are very small and kind of hidden here. So I kept it a little bit less damage. So it is, again, because I grabbed this from somewhere else. And that way I don't have to type everything in, is why I really do it. So, all right, so we got it on the turret. Again, it's at speed or scale. Fire control is 1D. Um, if we have the other one at 2D, we should keep this consistent. Has a decent range, and I have the damage at 5D. These are fairly small missiles. Kind of figured that that would probably make sense, being a little bit smaller. Okay, so one of the advantages to having the Rotode was I put down here the Rotode grants a plus 2D on vehicle repair skills. So when you have it up here, it's lifted up. I'm figuring that we might have a small diagnostic computer or something attached to this to be able to help identify the issues and to help it assist in repairing. So, trying to have a good reason to have this outside of just another vehicle. Uh, I think that helps explain why we would have something like this in the battlefield outside of, it's something we could drop, and here we have a 25 millimeter cannon and a couple missiles. So, I don't remember seeing a price listed on this one. I don't think that they had a price listed. I will say in a ballpark figure, this was probably around $5. So way back when, which again, you know we have to remember this is 40 years ago. So $5 was worth a little bit more. It would be interesting to see some of these as newer takes on the GI Joe in the classified series to be able to throw these out here. I think it would really kind of be an interesting thing to have again. So, but that's my take on it. With that, we have a good feel of the vehicle. I think it's pretty good. So we'll leave it be as it sits. Thanks so very much for visiting. I always appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful day. We'll see you in the next video.